I am Abdul Wahab and you are watching AW Versatile TV. You know, friends, that India, Pakistan, China are now the hot topics all these days because there is a possibility of war among these three neighboring countries. So there are many supporters, strong supporters. Even somebody is fanatics about China, somebody is fanatics about India, and somebody is fanatics about Pakistan also. If you go through all the videos in YouTube, there are many supporters who are supporting Pakistan and who is supporting India, and many people is there who is supporting the Chinese. But one thing, first of all, there are many Indian people basically who themselves says that they are the nationalist. Though I am a patriotic person, these nationalist people are in the grab of propaganda, in the grab of falsehood. They exaggerate things all the time and make people to understand that they are the only, or their country is the only strongest country in this universe. But when there is an exaggeration and sometimes when there is, try to make fool people and want to make people some falsehood, then, the real one, the real man, the real soul, the holy soul reacts to the propaganda, to the exaggerated points. So that is not good. But those people, many times I've asked that, do you know, as an Indian nationalist, that what is the unstoppable combinations of at least two weapons of India? And the same questions may be asked to the opponents, to the enemy countries like Pakistan and China. As an Indian and as a nationalist, a person must know about the unstoppable two set of weapons of Pakistan and two unstoppable weapons of China also. But these Polish nationalists never know anything, but they know they know only the exaggerated descriptions of Indian weapons, but they do not know whom they are going to engage in the coming ensuing war. That is not good for your country, man. I really tell you this. So let me say and make you knowledgeable. Let me educate you about two unstoppable weapons of India first, because I am a patriotic Indian and I want to know the reality of situation according to war and weapons. Once I was a fool, once I was actually made fool by the Indian mass media, Indian electronic media, newspapers and journalists. It was 1990 when I was studying in a university. There, we are told by the television journalist, electronic journalist, and by the newspapers that Iraq has surprising weapons. Iraq has the largest military. Iraq has guards. They are too much dangerous. And there was, processions also. And the slogan was that Iraq will win the war and become the superpower. At the time, there is a hope against hope that, this can be, this might be. But actually, after 20 to 30 days, Iraq was beaten down to ground. The hope generated by the false informations given by the Indian electronic medias at the time, I was dumb later on. I was become a fool, and that was unhappy situation created inside mind and heart. I was very unhappy. The hope was given by the informations, actually false information about the strength, weapons of Iraq, but actually Iraq was nothing in front of NATO and US military. So what I try to say here, that whatever, maybe it is about your own country or about your country which you are against for, in the coming years, there is a possibility there could have been some, there actually would a war against that country. So you should know about the strength, about their nature of weapons, about their capabilities of their weapons they possess. Until and unless you know about all these things, the reality you never know. And without knowing anything, I have a formula. If you do not know about the real situation of countries around the world regarding money, GDP, finance, regarding weapons, then there is a lot of questions around us. There is question arises in our mind, actually, where lies the strength in this world and how the world revolved regarding foreign policy, regarding the existence, regarding the administrations of this world. If you do not know that your own inquisitive mind dies, your inquisitive mind dies, and I think without knowing the real fact behind the curtain, if you die, then I have this idea that in the afterworld, your soul will cry, because your soul will tell you that you went to the world in this earth, but you did not know how this world is administered and where the power center and how were the relations among countries. That's things very much important because it is at the higher level. And if you do not know all these things, your soul will cry and blame you. Blame me. Your soul will blame you that you hold the soul, but you never satisfied the soul. You never satisfy the inquisitive mind, and you do not know anything else. But I went there in this earth. I was born in the world, and I did not know anything about the world, the real situation of the world, about the foreign policies, the monies the countries gather. They have the potentialities of the countries, the potentialities in terms of arms and weapons, capabilities of weapons, all these things. If you do not know, your soul will blame you. Your soul will cry in the afterworld. That should not be. So let's come to the questions. Question is that what is the unstoppable set of weapons of India? That is at this present, July 2020, India have Su-30 MKI and BrahMos missile. If BrahMos missile, fastest cruise missile, is set in the Su-30 MKI, then what will happen? I think, according to my knowledge and my sense, that a couple of weapons, nobody has the capability to stop. Nobody is going to stop this Su-30 MKI and BrahMos missile. These are very deadly set of weapons of India. So if India has a couple of weapons, a deadly set of weapons, then we are going to work against China in the coming years. Then what would happen if they have that kind of weapons also, that we cannot stop them to dropping on us? Yes, Chinese has actually many a good range of aircrafts. They have basically a lot of these. J-10, and J-10 is their backbone. After that, they have J-11. They have also that Su-30. Su-30 made by Russia. They have their own program re-engineering or remaking of these aircrafts also, and they have made it like J-11. And after that, they went up for the advanced aircraft Su-33. Then they have their own versions of Su-33, that is J-16, and J-16 had many variants: J-16A, B, C, and D. So these J-16 aircrafts with YJ-12. YJ-12 basically anti-ship cruise missile, and its other variant, the exportable variants, is AKM 400. These missiles are super fast, more super fast at the terminal phase than the BrahMos missiles of India. YJ-12 can fly at the rate of Mach 4 at the terminal phase, and it has a range of 400 kilometers. And so J-16 with these YJ-12 missiles are very deadly set of missiles, a deadly set of weapons to attack the enemy countries of China. And same thing is with Pakistan's also. Pakistan's relatively a weaker country, less wealthy country, so they have their own type of aircraft like JF-17. JF-17 with Rad missile. Rad missile is a air-launched cruise, land attack cruise missile. Rad 1 had 300 kilometers range, and it was a subsonic one. But later on, in the past 6 months, they have tested Rad 2 with 600 kilometer range, and it is also a subsonic cruise missile. But it has many good qualities also. It can fly low, avoiding the radars. Contour hugging capabilities is there, so you cannot stop by shooting it down, by obstruct it, anything else, because it is a contour hugging. It can bypass high-rising buildings. It can bypass the peak of hills, but it will fly low so that the radars cannot capture the path, capture the presence of Rad 2 missiles, and then it can go hit you to the point 6 kilometers away. So Pakistan has Rad 2 combination with JF-17. These two weapons of Pakistan are deadly, unstoppable. So, more things is there. War weapons is a big subject, big department portions to learn about all these things. Today, no more. Before I go from this channel, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get my new video. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come again to see my videos. Thank you very much. God bless you.